Omsom. I'm curious if you've ever heard of them. They make starters, is what they call them, for different like Asian meals. So they're little sauce packets that you can use to make all kinds of things, and they're really good. I have been following this company for a while, and I think what their story is and what they're doing is really awesome. I really encourage you to check them out and learn more about them. And we're going to check out their product on the Target website because how awesome that they're in Target. They started as just a direct to consumer brand, selling through their website, and they've really grown over the past few years and have talked a lot about that story. And that story really involves packaging. As you can see, their packaging is bright and bold, and it really reflects, I think, this Gen Z mentality of like big flavors, big colors, really exciting stuff. And what I want to focus on is the QR code. But first, before we get into that, I wanted to say that they do have a packaging story. Like they had to completely repackage everything when they decided to go into retail. So when they got their first, I think Whole Foods was their first big retail launch. And they've talked about this online. You can find it. But basically, the packaging they had wasn't going to work. And I imagine they also say it was extremely expensive for them with minimum order quantities and all of that. You've got to be really careful about the packaging that you select and be thinking like 6 steps down the road. You know, what are my growth plans? What's my growth strategy? And do I have today what I'm going to need in order to meet those plans and that strategy? Now, we don't have to get ahead of ourselves. It's like if you're just starting, it's important to like ship your minimum viable product because if you don't, you might get held back of like, it's got to be perfect. It doesn't, but just something to consider. Um, I think, when you're thinking about like grocery store shelves, it's a whole different ballgame than when you're thinking about shipping direct to your customer. Okay, anyway, QR codes. So down here, they have what I think is like just about the best use of a QR code ever. So they don't just slap a QR code on there hoping that someone scans it. They have a call to action. It says, Psst, scan to jump into our little world. So it tells us, hey, scan this, but it also tells you where it's going. It's going into their world, which, like, I gotta say, looks a lot of fun and looks very delicious. And whose world? Their world. These gals, those are the sisters. They own this company. They founded the company. And they look like people I want to go hang out with. So it's a really beautiful call to action. It's a great way to get people to onto your website, but you got to give them the information. Like I, for one, will not scan a QR code if I don't know where it's going. It's not even on principle. It's like subconscious. I just don't do it. But here, like I get the gist. I totally want to go. And if I bought this product at Target and I scanned their QR code and went to their website, I am so much more likely to say, oh my God, I loved this product. Look at these cool recipes. I'm just going to subscribe to it from their website. And now Omsom is gaining that margin back that they lost when they had to distribute it to a grocery store. So, pretty clever little trick there. I'd love to hear if you use a QR code. And if you do you have a call to action? Do you tell people where they're going? Let's talk about it.